Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crypto News Podcast. We're buzzing as always. And folks, I don't know if you can hear, but we are back home in the 6, back home in Toronto, back on the good setup. To all the listeners who hung through the last 6 months of recording on the Blue Yeti, yes, it does the trick. And this is no free ads, but the Blue Yeti does no justice to the shirt. We're back at home. We got the monitor, the standing desk, the chair. We are so back. And I can't wait to pump out a bunch of world-class episodes with you guys. Super pumped, folks. Today we have Vijay Pravin on the show, founder and CEO of bitsCrunch, the blockchain analytics and forensics company focusing on securing the NFT ecosystem. He has lived in Munich, Germany for the last 10 years and is originally from India. What a city to live in. Till date, they have raised over more than 12 mil US from prominent VCs in Web3 like Coinbase Ventures, Animoca Brands, Chainlink, Polygon, Crypto.com Capital, Gate.io Labs, Hashkey Capital, and a few others. And bitsCrunch actually did one of the fastest ever coin list sales in history, raising 3.85 mil USD in just 24 minutes. Wow, that is impressive. Vijay, welcome to the show, my friend. Super pumped to have you on. How you doing and how is life in beautiful Munich, Germany?
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for having me here today. It's been a pleasure to be on one of those episodes where you crossed 300 plus episodes already. I have had the opportunity to listen to a few of them already, and I'm glad to be on one of the episodes here. And yeah, Munich is good. The temperature is nice, mid-20s today.
Love it.
So yeah, loving the environment and the market is really good. Bitcoin is doing well, so is the market. So yeah, really pumped to see what's coming up next.
Great to have you on, man. Appreciate the kind words there. Yeah, episode 326. Wild time certainly does fly. Mate, you and I will be in Dubai next week. By the time this episode airs, it will be the official week of Token 2049. Without a doubt, the biggest crypto conference in all of the crypto sphere. This will be my second time back in Dubai. I cannot wait. It is so pumped. How much fun is that city, man? And again, can you believe that we finally get a world-class conference in some people say it's not a full bull run. Some people say it is, but we're in a bull run and we get another crypto conference. This hasn't happened since like 2021, early 2022. It's going to be an electric factory. I can't wait. What are you looking forward to the most there?
Yeah, I'm meeting a lot of VCs who backed bitsCrunch. A lot of players like Animoca Brands, Polygon, Chainlink, they are all there in Token 2049, and it is Dubai, so it is going to be electrifying, as you mentioned. And yeah, a ton of connections, a ton of networking, a lot of partnerships, and we are co-hosting one of the side events as well, alongside VCs and partners of bitsCrunch.
Nice.
So really looking forward to the next week, which is definitely going to be a game changer for many projects. Many fundraisers are going to happen, or they'll get the spark during the event, I would suppose. And yeah, looking forward to meeting you in person as well.
Likewise.
So looking forward to
let's jump right into it here. Doing research for this one was super fun, as you guys are sort of like the Web3 police, which is super cool. I absolutely love that. When I think of Web3 police, I think of Zach XBT. I'm sure you're aware of who he is. He has the incredible post on Twitter where he just calls out everyone's bullshit. If you're a scammer, you're hooped, because he will find you and he will absolutely put you red-handed front and center in front of everyone on crypto Twitter. Let's jump right into it. Walk me through what you and the team do at bitsCrunch and why your role as the Web3 police is so important to the crypto sphere as a whole.
Yep. So we crunch each and every bits of data. So that is bitsCrunch for you. And we have been building bitsCrunch for the last 3 years. Have been backed by leading VCs like Coinbase and Animoca and Chainlink and Polygon, as you mentioned. And we wanted to be the Zach XBTs in a way. So we sort of help Zach XBT and other players in this space to make it understandable, because blockchain is not human readable. So we make it human readable, and we help people to make their own charts, and we help facilitate people like Zach XBTs in the world. And we would like to produce several XBTs, Zach XBTs in the future. And the reason why we call ourselves the blockchain police is We look into malicious activities on chain. We look into wash trades. I mean, wash trading is a fact that people have been talked about, and we are now bored of that term in a way. And we look into money laundering because look at wash trading. Wash trading is not termed legal or illegal in any jurisdiction, but money laundering is. So we look into money laundering aspect involved on chain. And when I say forensics, it doesn't mean transactional forensics. We also mean image level forensics. Let's say if somebody takes a picture of Matt and they put it on chain as an NFT and they make $100,000, that's actually an infringement of what you own as a brand. So let's say if Vijay takes up McDonald's logo, the arch logo, and I put it out on chain as an NFT and I sell it for $100,000, that's actually an infringement of IP of McDonald's, right? They even though they own the IP, they own the logo in the real world, they don't get to see the money that it is making on chain. So we help brands protect IPs, and today we have 6 plus customers on the brand IP protection side. We have a lot more customers on the data side, like wash trading and money laundering stuffs. So on the whole, we are growing as a team. We are getting better each day. And like I said before, we want to create many Zach expertise in the future through BitCrunch.
I absolutely love that. You guys are also big in the AI and ML space. It seems like every company is dabbling in some capacity in the AI space, whether it's, of course, machine learning. The most sort of cliche and classic present day is LLMs. We have a lot of really cool image gen and video gen stuff as well. But I'm really intrigued, I know the listeners are as well, Vijay, in sort of the relationship and the future of AI and crypto, how these two behemoth technologies intertwine and work together. I'd love if you could start by just sort of giving a quick little overlay, a 360-degree view of the relationship between crypto and AI, and then just sort of segue into how you guys are using AI and ML to amplify and make bitsCrunch more efficient.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at AI has been with us for more than a decade now, but it is just recently that everybody is aping into AI narrative. And if you look at bitsCrunch history, we have been one of the earliest AI proponents in the crypto space. We have been talking about AI and the use of AI to clean up the blockchain space since 2021, right? And if you look at crypto and AI, the beauty is it can be applied to any domain, any field. That's the beauty, right? I mean, look at data science. Look at all the Fortune 500 companies in the world right now: Google, Meta, Twitter, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon. Everybody is in a way different, but they all use data. Facebook is a lot of data. Google, you don't have to say that, right? They have YouTube, they have search, they have browser, they have many things around data. And Microsoft is the same. They produce a lot of data. Amazon, even though they look like where you get products online, they have a lot of data repositories. They generate a lot of revenue from their data products, right, using AWS. So data has been with us for a while, and it can be applied across platforms, across domains, across verticals. Same applies with AI. Like same applies with crypto, right? I see crypto applications on retail. I see crypto applications on pharmaceutical. I see crypto applications on whatnot, right? You have crypto applications on every single domain. That's the beauty of AI and blockchain and crypto. And when these two converge, then sky is the limit, I would say, right? Because on one end, we have seen a lot of data. We have been playing around with a lot of data, and putting most of the things on chain creates a ton of value. And with Bitcoin ETF's approval and potential ETF at the knocking distance, I would say AI plus blockchain is going to be huge. And I'm really glad that BitCrunch is in such a good position to capture all the momentum, because we have been talking about AI since the beginning, since inception. And obviously, getting to know the forensics piece is not possible for a layman, right? Even as a team of 20, 30 people, we are not capable of processing all the information, all the data across multiple chains. So today, as we speak, we have indexed 5 chains: Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, Binance, and Solana. And obviously, there are 100 other chains that we have left unindexed. So obviously AI is going to help here in finding out malicious patterns, figuring out what this looks like, what is the good and what is the bad. So yeah, exciting times ahead. Looking forward to the next few years on seeing how this space is eventually going to blow up.
The blockchain police, absolutely love it. Even the team just completed the Solana integration. Huge congrats, huge snaps to that. I feel like, again, we all live in our own little bubbles, but myself, my peers, my network, and then people with who I just interact with on Twitter and Telegram, Solana is just where it's at right now. There's a debate for base. I mean, full disclosure, I think base is still a little wishy-washy. I don't absolutely love it. I find that, if you're dabbling in meme coins and shit coins, sort of the friction is still too much. It's just not as clean. It's not as quick. But Solana, everyone's on Solana. People have made just a colossal amount of money on Solana. The narrative, the shit coins, the meme coins, the DeFi protocols. It's so much fun right now. Personally, I think it's the most bumping, buzzing, and most fun chain by a country mile. You guys made this integration happen. I'd love for you to walk me through like the back end. Like, are you speaking with the Solana Foundation? Are you guys going, are you guys like getting real deep in the weeds? How do you actually start one day and be like, hey, we want to integrate Solana and then make it happen? I'd love if you could give us the whole story of how this came to fruition.
Yeah, sure. So Solana is a beast, as you mentioned. They are clearly way ahead of some of the other chains in the space. And one thing, one similarity between Solana and bitsCrunch that I see or I derive as an inspiration from is we both did a CoinList community sale.
Yeah.
Right? Solana did a community sale on CoinList back in the last bull. And they went from 30 cents to $300 in a way.
And nice little 100 bagger. Or I guess that's a 1,000 bagger, no?
Oh, that's 1,000. Yeah. No, even more, right? 30 cents to $300. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
And that's like for a community member. So think about seed and pre-seed and private and strategic sales. So it is an insane idea. And everybody can come up with an idea, but then who executed it well deserves applause, right? And Solana is clearly a winner there. And we recently integrated Solana chain into bitsCrunch. And it didn't happen overnight because we indexed terabytes of data, more than 2 terabytes of data. And we got in touch with Solana Foundation a long while ago, last year, and then we started indexing the chain. We wanted to get some tech support because so far we have been indexing EVM chains in the past, and Solana is a different beast. Got in touch with the dev team and the foundation team, so they were helpful. They helped us figure out what to index, what not to, and in a way it took us some months, but finally we are there. Our platform now supports Solana. And we are glad that Solana also retweeted us from the main handle. So that shows the trust and the collaboration that we have as a team, right? I mean, obviously, chains directly promoting smaller projects. Yes, of course, we are fresh, we are new, we are much smaller in terms of magnitude and community as opposed to Solana. But to get that reception from Solana was really great. Was a surreal feeling.
That's awesome. Again, it's just crazy to hear how much work really, truly goes into that. Vijay, you're on a roll here, my friend, but we need to take a quick break. I'll give a huge shout out to the sponsor of the show. And when we get back, we are going to talk about regulatory landscape, balancing innovation and compliance in the blockchain, some staking, and we're going to get right into network security, anti-fraud measures, and of course, you guys also specialize in NFTs. We haven't had a whole lot of NFT talk recently, so we'll jump into that as well. Until then, huge shout out to our sponsor of the show, Prime XBT, longtime sponsors of CryptoNews.com and longtime friends of the Crypto News podcast. Prime XBT is offering a robust trading system for both beginners and professional traders. Doesn't matter if you're a rookie or a vet, you can easily design and customize your layouts and widgets to best fit your trading style. Prime XBT is also giving a fat promo to all listeners of the Crypto News pod. The promo code is CryptoNews50. That's CryptoNews50. CryptoNews50, all one word, to receive 50% of your deposit credited to your trading account. And now back to the show with Vijay. Let's jump right into NFTs. You guys do a lot of work in the NFT landscape. in particular, data integrity and transparency and NFT markets. Tons of fugazi shit in the NFT markets. I mean, there's tons of fugazi shit across crypto as a whole, but I feel like NFTs is the easiest way. NFTs and probably shitcoins, I guess the two most degenerate things you can realistically take part in. The easiest way to really take someone's IP and profit off that. Just like you talked about, I can take the McDonald's beautiful golden arches, make an NFT, sell them for a couple ETH, couple SOL, couple base, whatever, and boom, we're off to the races. So this is something that's super interesting. And also, I take that back. Base is not a currency, that's a chain, a couple ETH, just ripping them off in my head here. Sorry about that, folks. But yeah, jumping into it, walk me through the work that you and the team are doing with NFTs in particular.
Yep. Like I mentioned before, we are a blockchain police. We started with NFTs as a space, and then now we are moving beyond NFTs. But let's talk about NFTs now. So we, when the NFT boom happened back in 2021, that's when we set our footprints. That's when we started raising our seed. And then later on, back to Coinbase and all these amazing names in the industry backing us. So what we wanted to do on the NFT side is we wanted to look at the dark side of NFTs. Everybody was praising about how an NFT could become. But 2 years, 3 years down the lane, what we have seen is a handful of NFT projects that are still holding their foot on the ground, right? I mean, look at Pudgy Penguins going out there and getting sold, selling toys, physical toys across 3,000 plus Walmart stores is not a joke, right? What started as an NFT play is now trading on Walmart stores.
Yeah.
That's a massive news. And then same with Yuga Labs, same with Bored Ape Yacht Club, and then CryptoPunks, and there is Azukis. There are a few other NFT projects that are doing really well. But what started as a hype was definitely 10,000 plus projects, right? 10,000 plus handful projects that started in the market, and hardly people stepped up. And that's what we wanted to, right? We wanted to look into what is good, what is bad. We want to look into the wash trading aspect of the game. We want to see who is flipping charts, who is just here to make quick bucks. And we are also here to check what is the impact of money laundering in a way where people seed money from OFAC listed wallets. And we see what sort of money is flowing into the NFT space. And like I said, it is going beyond the transactional forensics. We look into the image level forensics as well, where we keep checking brand IPs getting infringed. So today we indexed 200 plus brands, mostly on apparels, shoes, Nike, Reebok, Adidas, food chains, fast food chains, McDonald's, KFC, and so on. So we have indexed 200 plus brands. And we have great artists using our tools as well. So they come and index their arts, their art pieces before it goes on chain. And so that whenever there is a duplicate, whenever there is a copycat, where people change the background of an image, where people tweak a little thing and then try to re-upload the same as their own art. So we keep checking all of these, and then we notify the artist / brands in a way. And the next step is to notify the end users like Matt and Vijay. We want to tell them that, oh, this is not the right NFT. This is a fake NFT. Please be aware. So that's why we call ourselves a blockchain police. We want to keep the integrity intact, and we want to put back more trust among people, right?
Yeah.
Because if you ask me, most of the people jump into NFT space or meme coin space because of FOMO. As someone has referred someone, right? That has been the story.
Yeah.
But there is high potential. On one end, a Pudgy Penguin is now getting sold on Walmart stores, which is not a joke, right? So the space has potential, but then people need to distinguish between the good and the bad. And that is why we are here working in the space to bring more trust and transparency into the space.
Yeah, well said there, mate. We got to talk about staking, the ability to stake and actually earn with bitsCrunch. This is part of your whole sort of sustainable economies term. Mind you, you guys, this definitely isn't a bitsCrunch only thing, but tons of companies need to create sustainable economies. So there is actually some type of utility, some type of oomph with the coin. You got to get into this. Tell us about how people can stake and how they can earn with bitsCrunch.
So yes, when we want to come up with this token play, because if you look at most other data protocols, be it chain analysis, elliptic, dune analytics, or Nansen, they are all centralized. So in a way, if Matt needs to get in touch with these data players, you might have to book calls with the BD, get in touch with them, get access to the database, get access to the dashboards. Probably it takes a few days to weeks to get access to all these. And then at the end of the day, you need to understand what it is. And on top of it, I'm sure chain analysis data is not so cheap. I'm sure you might have to pay $25,000 a year in order to get access to these forensics data. So when we started, we want to democratize this. We want to give all these data at a very minimal cost. So our data package starts at $75 a user, which is way lesser than
a
few thousand bucks.
Very cheap.
In a way. And in a way, we want to democratize the data in a few clicks. We don't care where Matt or Vijay lives. We don't care where you are from, what you do. All we need is a wallet, which you can connect onto the system, and you get access to the API keys or dashboards in just few clicks. And now, how does that look like as opposed to the centralized entities where you have a process, you have a flow, you go through all these HubSpot cycles or other tools where you source the leads and go through them, right? And that's exactly what we want to do. So we felt a token is highly needed, essential in the space. And if there is a token comparative, there is Graph Protocol, GRT, which is currently crushing.
Yeah.
They are sitting at $3.5 billion as we speak. And if at all people need a benchmark, bitsCrunch would want to go there. We are live. I mean, again, there is no financial advice. We never ask people to buy the token just for getting into the ecosystem. It's all about the protocol. It's all about what we add as a value to the ecosystem. And today we trade on Bybit, KuCoin, Gate, Crypto.com, CoinList, Uniswap, and a couple of a bunch of other exchanges as well. And people can operate nodes for bitsCrunch. Today we have 48 node operators operating nodes for us. And we have 700 plus people delegate tokens. So 700 plus people like you and me, like Matt and Vijay, are delegating tokens against operators who perform well, all within 50 days, right? We have hit mainnet on during end of Feb, and it's been 50 days since launch or a little more. And we have got 7 million tokens staked on bitsCrunch.
That's wild.
Which is, for a protocol which is new, we are glad and humbled to have such a number.
Congrats, man. Keep buzzing. Wow, that's absolutely insane. On the note of bringing in the masses, this is something I think about relatively often, probably more than I should. I'm a huge believer that crypto can and will impact people's lives in a very positive way. It'll make, financial ecosystems more efficient. Obviously takes power sort of from the top of the chain and brings it down to the middle and to the bottom of the chain, which we love to see. But one of the biggest reasons why people don't jump into crypto, number one is obviously the user experience. There's way too much friction. But number two, I'd probably say is safety. And it's just so tough with sort of how everything works. And with more data transparency and integrity, so exactly what you guys are doing, I personally think that this will actually increase mass adoption as a whole. If we can develop really good products, ecosystems, blockchains that are super safe and that have high levels of integrity, I really think that will onboard the masses. Am I alone in this yacht here? What's your whole 2 cents on, on increased data integrity, transparency, and will that in fact bring in more people to the Web3 ecosystem?
Absolutely. If you look at things, people have been onboarded to crypto over the years, right? I mean, look at Bitcoin is now celebrating birthdays after birthdays. We are celebrating Bitcoin for 13 years, right? If I'm right, it's 13th birthday or even 14th. So it is because of the fact that people trust something over years, right? Because it had never crashed. There was no rug pull on Bitcoin and so on. So talking about other coins, other ecosystems, other players like DeFi, NFT, people are still figuring out a proper way to get in, right? There is a staggering stat that says only 5% of the world's population are into crypto. And I feel that we have a huge upside potential of 95% getting into crypto, right? That's how I see things. And to onboard the rest of the 95% of the world's population onto crypto, it needs a lot of transparency. It needs a lot of trust. It needs a lot of data transparency and data integrity. So be it bitsCrunch, be it Dune, be it Nansen or chain analysis or elliptic, we need these data protocols. And like I mentioned before, if you look at the top 10 Fortune 500 companies, everyone is literally data savvy. Everyone literally makes use of a lot of data, right? We don't pay Facebook. We don't pay Google. Have we ever paid Google for searching what's this restaurant about? What is this place about? No, we don't pay. The reason being, for Google, we are the data. Right? The more we search, the more you look into it. It is the data, and they make use of the data, right? And if at all there will be a Hall of Fame, I truly bet by 2030 there will be a lot of data firms in crypto who will be right up there, because you have so many chains coming up nowadays, right? You have Zora, Optimism, Manta, Manta Pacific, Burn, Xeon, and so many chains coming up. And at the end of the day, if only 5% of the world's population are currently using it, who is going to use all the chains, right? Same with wallets. Most of the people use MetaMask, but then there is a heavy competition between Rainbow Wallet, Ravi Wallet, Phantom Wallet, and so on. So everybody has their own user chunk. I agree. But then in a way, we as data layers look into different ecosystems, different blockchains, and different data points. So if at all there has to be a Hall of Fame for crypto companies, by 2030, I expect few data players to be right up there.
Well said. Vijay, you've been on a roll, mate. A couple more questions and we will wrap up. What other areas of crypto present day, besides blockchain security, forensics, and being the police of Web3, what other areas of crypto really get you going present day?
I would say Web3 gaming, that has been a long waiting domain to explore, because we have been talking about Web3 games starting from 2019, 2020, right? A lot of capital has been deployed over the years. But in a way, people need to understand that it takes time and effort to build games, right? It's Call of Duty isn't built overnight. Clash of Clans isn't built overnight. PUBG isn't built overnight. And they have got massive fundings. These gaming companies, they have raised $100+ million to create that enjoyable experience for gamers, right? So it takes time and effort, and I strongly believe that this cycle will have a lot more game by this cycle, and we are going to witness a lot of gaming. And RWA's real world assets and NFTs are going to be part of gaming ecosystem, which I'm really excited and looking forward to. And let's see if my prediction becomes right by end of this cycle.
Love it. Vijay, thanks for coming on, man. Really appreciate it. Pumped to meet you in Dubai. By the time this episode airs, it will be this week. So in 7 days, when it's this week, pumped to meet you in Dubai, my friend. We will definitely have to meet up at one of the events. If not, we'll do a quick little content piece at the conference. Also, have you seen the venue of where it's at? I believe it's called Madinet Jeremiah.
Yes.
Man, oh man, that is absurd. What the heck? Have you seen that place?
No, I'm yet to see that place.
Dude, you gotta look it up. It's wild. Okay. I've never seen a conference venue like this in my life. I'm in Toronto. I'm looking over at Toronto Metro Convention Center, TMCC, which is, I believe the biggest conference center in Canada, at least. And it's beautiful on the inside, but the outside, nothing special. It's old. And then you go to this place. It's literally in like a 5-star resort with furnishing that, was done. It's outer world. I can't wait to go. Super pumped. But before we let you go, please let our listeners know where they can find you and bitsCrunch online and on socials.
Surprisingly, I have a huge following on LinkedIn. Unfortunately, LinkedIn is not where Web3 lives. So if you are a professional, if you are a Web3 professional who are on LinkedIn, who has a LinkedIn account, give me a follow on LinkedIn, where you can find Vijay Pravin Maharajan. I am being followed by more than 50,000 people there. And Twitter is not so bad. So my Twitter is also close to 12,000 followers. Vijay Pravin with M. My dad's name, Maharajan. So that's on Twitter. And for bitsCrunch, it's just bitsCrunch, BITS, Crunch. We crunch each and every bits of data behind blockchain. That's the ideology of that name. And these are the platforms that people can follow me and bitsCrunch.
Love it. Thanks again, mate. Really appreciate it. And can't wait to be in person this week.
Yep. Thanks. Likewise. Have a great day. Thanks.
Folks, what an episode with Vijay Pravin, CEO of bitsCrunch. Folks, we talked everything decentralized data analytics, AI, enhanced blockchain forensics, staking mechanisms, regulatory landscape, you name it. It was an absolute treat having Vijay on the show. Huge shout out to both of our teams for making this happen. To the listeners, love you guys. Thank you as always. If you enjoyed this one, I hope you did. Please do subscribe. It would mean the world to my team and I. Speaking of the team, thank you for everything, guys. You guys are the best. Eustace, you're the man. And back to the listeners, love you guys. Keep on growing those bags and keep on staying healthy, wealthy, and happy. Bye for now, and we'll talk soon.